Would anyone like to come up for a story? Oh, that's cool. It looks like a whole bunch of crabs. Oh, and other things. That's pretty cool. So, Rachel, can I get you to sit on the step? Because I need to set the story out here. Maybe just down on the step. Maybe if you did too, Hannah, then everyone would follow the same. So you all know about someone named Jesus, right? You've heard about him before. Well, do you know there were a whole bunch of stories that were written about him, about his birth, about before his birth, and they weren't written until 100 years after he lived. 100 years, imagine. And so what that means is that the stories were trying to tell us just how amazing he was in terms of how he loved. And this is one of those amazing kind of weird stories about how that happened. And I love telling the story because it's just fun to tell. And so it begins in the desert, in the place we call the Holy Land, the place where Jesus was born and lived and taught people about love and taught people about God. And this story happened in a little town called Nazareth, which you've also, I'm sure, heard me talk about before. It was a very, very poor town. People here didn't have a lot of money. Most of them were very, very poor. And one in particular was a young girl named Mary. And she worked very, very hard. Life was really hard. And she had very, very little. She lived in a really simple house. She worked all day. We're not really sure what she worked at, but she worked. And this story happens at the end of one of these days. She's worked all day. She's really tired. She comes back to her home, and she's in front of the table, and all she really wants is a warm cup of tea to drink to kind of soothe her bones. And she's just about to boil some water when all of a sudden, whoosh, 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 this great, gaudy, flying thing comes flying through the air and lands right beside her table and says, "Hello, Mary. I have really good news for you." And Mary took one look and she hid under the table. And this thing looked at her and said, "Mary, you don't have to be afraid. I'm an angel. I'm a good angel. And I have news for you. I have news for you. Come out, I need to tell you this news. It's really good news." And so she very carefully came out, and she's not really sure about this, but she kind of looked at this angel and said, "Okay, what's the news?" And the angel said, "You're lucky. You're going to have a baby. And this baby is going to become so important that he'll change the whole world." A baby? And she hid under the table again. And the angel said, "No, Mary, really, this is okay. It's all going to be okay. This is something that needs to happen. This is something that God hopes will happen for the world. Please come out." And so after a few minutes, she came out and she said, "Would you like some tea?" And the angel said, "I would love some tea." And so they sat and they talked and they had tea together. And once Mary was a bit more calm, the angel said, so it's true, you're going to have a baby, and there's one more thing. You need to name him Jesus. That's already been decided. Jesus, she said. And with that, the angel flew around and disappeared. And Mary sat there still drinking her tea and thinking, did I just dream this? Did this really happen? A baby? But it was an angel. It must be true. I wonder how it would feel to suddenly have a great, gaudy angel fly into your life. I wonder how it would feel. I wonder how Mary feels about having a baby. I wonder how that would feel. And I wonder what it would be like if an angel landed at your kitchen table. You don't think it would happen?
Maybe I would be like, should I run?
Should I run?
Should I like stay here and see what this guy's got to say? I think I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you think you're going to run? Yeah, I'm not sure how I would react. I have to think about that one. Anyway, this is one of the amazing stories that was written all this time after to try and tell us just how amazing Jesus was in his life. So, with that story in mind, let's sing our Advent song day after day. And you can dance and clap and drum and jingle and ring and click your way out of here day after day.